Mm. Mm. You all done? Good. Okay. What's this? Ah, ah. Yes, Granny got them Birkins. Or I guess her version of Birkins. Out here rocking the Birkins on their way to bingo or whatever. Eh, we got Birkenstocks, Birkin belts, Birkin bag, Birkin cane, Birkindana. Hydration check. That's just for me. I don't draw my OCs enough, so I was drawing some of my OCs in like different fashions that I like. Other ones, I just gave my various characters some specific fashion feature that I enjoy. And then I'm just drawing each one with that fashion feature. My old lady character here, I've got her in Logomania, or when there's just like text on clothing. I like that. But she comes from an ancient civilization, so the text on her shirt is some nonsense that I made up that is the logo of her fashion brand. I'm probably never going to make up the rest of the language because I don't know how to make a conlang. I just wanted enough to make a logo for this specific look. Oh, cool, thanks. I don't know very much about Final Fantasy, but there sure are some interesting fashions in that game. Those games. The Cetra? The Ketra? I do not know them, but feel free to send a photo if you feel like it, or I could just look them up at some point. Cetra, okay. Hmm. Oh, cool. I didn't know Final Fantasy was popular at the moment. Well, I figure it's it's been popular for a long time, but one day I'll play the Final Fantasies. I already have a short list of recommended games that other fans have told me to play. Oh, neat. Cool. I'm glad that the Final Fantasy team also appreciate a little ancient logomania. Yeah, whenever I play them, I'm honestly gonna probably have to play them on, like, emulators. Unless someone's made some for, like, one of the modern consoles I have. Mm, Oh, hey, happy Valentine's. I should draw, like, my cheesecake pinup girl as a Valentine's card or something, I don't know. If I remember to later, I'll try to lurk on you. If you're still on. Save progress check. Perhaps, ow, do some neck stretches. You can take a sip of your juice. Oh, heck, you're on. I forgot you're on Fridays, not right. Damn. I should alert for Gore. Nice. Ugh, gotta give my hand a rest for a minute. Legs falling asleep check. Ow. Stretch check. Okay. Doing some wrist stretches. Okay. Give yourself a fuck. Yeah, when you have no more fucks to give yourself a fuck. It's the only context I can imagine it being said. No, there's no that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm. I'm drawing more of my OCs in various fashions, and one of the fashion things I like is cool sunglasses or like weird sunglasses, so I'm drawing them on my OC who doesn't have eyes. Mm. Yeah, it's my idea, Monster Mentis.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, Fran Bow.
Yeah, give yourself people.
Give yourself a f. I love the voice for Little Misfortune. Ah, ah, ah. Okay, thanks. Um, hold on, I have to turn off, hold on. Secret business, hold on. Yeah, Fran Bo's freaking great. She does feel like an actual kid. I like that bug poem. Oh, yo, sweet. I like the gradient on the floor. That's cool. I think it looks pretty comic booky. The heavy shading and the gradients and the very sketchiness and like the lines everywhere. Like the simple background showing more focus on the foreground images. I think it looks rad as hell. If you really wanted to, you could, but I don't know, because I'm seeing this as like a black and white image, so yeah. I don't know. I think it looks sweet like this. It's like if it was bothering you, you could, but also if you're, God, are those his eyes floating in the hat? I love how gross and weird this character is. This is such a fantastic choice of this person's characters. Yeah. Yeah, they're delightful. Yeah, it took me a second to realize, but yeah, those are eyes. Yeah, that's great. I love this guy. Mm-hmm. Seems like one of those vibes-based characters where they just had a cool idea for a character design and were like, hell yeah, yeah, I'm doing that. I think this looks badass. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm working on it. I haven't worked on the part where you actually walk through it yet. Mm. You're not even in the Secret Santa, but just in case, for privacy's sake, there's an art server we're in where we've done the other telephone images and stuff. And they do like a Secret Santa thing, but this year it went kind of late and it ended up revealing in February, so the artists were working on it in like January and February. Oh, is it Winterberg? And so it was a lot of the people in that art server have like really like either anthro characters or bugs or like weird monsters, and it's a really cool design. CLB will probably post its in Clay's chat at some point, probably after the reveal.
Excuse me, do you know how to get to Park Planet?
Aw.
Pardon, do you know how to get to Park Planet? Anyone know how to get to Park Planet? I do. Just follow along this magic song.
Is this official?
Don't be down, don't be blue. There's a wonderful world right here waiting for you, where you'll sing and you'll smile, and we'll do it a brand in an elegant style. It isn't so far. Reach for a star, grab hold of the light, shine through the night. It won't be long. We'll see you on Park Planet.
Yay!
That's right. See you there.
Yay!
Can't wait for the return of Park Planet. Bring Park Planet to you now with some amazing trinkets and gizmos straight from the galaxies, such as the new Knights of Guinevere pilot art book, featuring tons of exclusive concept art of characters, environments, and more, designed 100% by humans. Now that's rare. We also have a limited edition hardcover available for 3 weeks only. There's a special necklace, spin set, and much more, alongside a 20% off
God,
all
I'm so
Cog items
tempted by
sale.
the
Come by a Cog.store now.
the little
Excludes
character
pilot art book.
keychain plushies. Yay! More Knights of Guinevere, yay! Yeah, I gotta be really strict with my budget right now, otherwise I would be going absolutely insane on all the cool indie merch. To be part of my new budget, I wanted to make sure I join a few Patreons. It's just their lowest tier, because I can't do a lot, but I'd join the Patreons of some of the YouTubers who I haven't been watching on YouTube, because I'm using like the FreeTube thing and trying to like partially be part of the boycott, partially spend less time obsessively adding videos to my watch laters. So I'm like, well, since I'm not supporting them with ad rev or sponsors or whatever, I don't know if I'm supporting the sponsors, but anyway, I can at least try to do Patreon. They'll probably get more from that anyway. Cool. Do my best to be part of the next voice party. This was always a fun time. God damn it. Why can't I just... I'll do that in a little bit. Although, no, let me, Really? What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Can't I access that from any roles? God, there we go. Yeah, why not? Mm. Zoom in on Kitariyoshi's exasperated face. Or that are just completely stone cold face, but you know the feeling she's feeling. Oh. Extremely high pitched child scream. Oreo shoot. So many bad parents. Hand hurts, gotta go back to comfy mode. Wait, did that? Oh. Yeah, even simple animation can be tough. Well, you don't have to stress on getting those finished like super fast, especially if you want to focus on something else. Alright. Now, yeah, good luck getting through your trying to finish things. I often have trouble even doing things that I want to do, which is partially why I started doing this stream. I'm like, okay, 2 hours a day working on other art or video games. You know, my laptop's a bit too messed up to do video games, but I got my big laptop to a laptop doctor, and they're taking care of it. I just had to save up for a while. Not necessarily save up, make sure that everything was going to be alright. Yeah, the endless loop of procrastination is pretty brutal. Shit cycle. This one lifted off the ground a little bit. Yay! Did pretty good with line art today. Oh, yeah, those. Okay, pen's not dead, so I can put some flats on her now. No, it's not that different. Gotta adjust how I'm sitting here. At Hmm. Just a minute. The way for a stopping point of that episode. That guy just got eaten by a librarian. That was inside the orb. I'll probably watch Smiling Friends one day, but for now I'm kind of enjoying it completely out of context. Oh, I forgot to turn the volume. Or Just a minute. Wait for the end of that part. I think when I get to the next episode, I'm just gonna play it. It doesn't start it. For the move on.
Mr. President, sir.
Why is that so quiet?
We're happy to report that the final pockets of
Why is that so quiet?
terminated. Every country at the United Nations has officially surrendered and declared you the Supreme Emperor of Earth.
If it suddenly blasts its volume, I'm gonna die.
You won. There's literally nothing left for you to do. You completely and totally won.
Oh,
What's wrong, sir?
this sucks now. I quit. You.
I quit, fuck you.
Wait, since you ate your vice president, who should take your place?
What about that peanut?
President Peanut! President Peanut! All hail the Peanut!
Oh, hell, the peanut! Freaking ridiculous show. Maybe I'll just... no. This one. This is a good episode I could probably play on here. Maybe I just replay this one. Which I just listened to it, though. When it gets past the promos of the next one, I'll turn it on. Even though it's like the fourth part and ongoing series of other ones, so you'll have no context, but whatever. I wish to share Night Vale, but also catch up on all the episodes I haven't been listening to. Our Fair City. Is it also a podcast? I don't think I heard that one. Nope, down. Fuck. Oh! That definitely sounds very dystopian. Let's get past these promos. Cool. Maybe I'll, like, pen charge for a second, see if I can look that up. Subscribe. Check this one out at some point. Campy post-apocalyptic audio drama. Sweet. Let me go back like 1/2 a second. No. Oh well.
Cat? Probably a cat. Last seen hovering 4 feet off the ground in the radio
Stop motion
station
mole
bathroom.
people, hell yeah.
Reward if found. Welcome to Night Vale. It's been almost 5 months since I've seen my cat Koshek. And I've been all around town.
Let me know if that's
signs
like loud
and
enough.
Talking to neighbors. I tried going door to door, showing people a photograph of Koshek, but usually they just screamed, "Get that away from me!" as they clutched at their bleeding eyes. It all seemed so hopeless. There were a few false alarms. I got a couple of calls, but when I went to meet the people who thought they had found my cat, they would proudly hold up a woodchuck, or a hobby horse, or in one case, a bucket of mustard. And I would have to say, "No, that's not my cat. It's also not a cat. Also, why do you keep your mustard in an uncovered bucket?" And these people would look sad, not for me and my lost cat, but because they realized they didn't know what a cat was. Well, all except the mustard guy. He wasn't sad. He was really proud of his bucket and wanted me to see it. But there was one call that seemed like a good lead. My old intern and the former mayor of Night Vale, Dana Cardinal, told me that there's a new cat park in town. People are allowed in the cat park. Cats are allowed in the cat park. You should approach the cat park, Dana suggested. And I did. More soon. But first, let's have a look at sports. The Night Vale Spider Wolves defeated the Pine Cliff Lizard Monitors 4-3 in extra innings last night. Left fielder Justin Montemayor hit a game-winning RBI double in the bottom of the 10th. The sold-out crowd exploded in cheers as the winning run crossed the plate. It was also Kevin James Appreciation Night at Municipal Stadium. The first 2,000 attendees received a free Lee Marvin bobblehead doll, because that's all they had in stock. They didn't actually know that Kevin James would be showing up until about an hour before, so the Spider-Wolves marketing team went into a panic about how to honor and promote Kevin James's appearance at our tiny minor league ballpark. Kevin James arrived atop a 20-foot tall float, decorated like the Hollywood sign. Joining him on the float were his King of Queens co-stars, Lee Remini, Ludacris, and Buddy the Golden Retriever who can dunk basketballs. James tossed the ceremonial first pitch in front of a frenzied crowd, with one side of the stadium chanting, "Paul Blart," and the other chanting back, "Mall Cop," and then everyone chanting in unison, "Till death do us Blart," which was clearly a loving tribute to James's most famous film franchise, Die Hard. Tomorrow night, the Spider-Wolves host the Red Mesa Ant Carpenters, who currently lead the Cactus Division. It's going to be Mountain Derision Night at Municipal Stadium. The first 2,000 attendees will be required to shriek obscenities at the distant hills. More on my search for Koshek. I found the cat park. It's in the exact same location as the dog park, but you have to approach it from precisely 18 degrees north-northeast. If you do it right, it's a cat park. If you don't, you'll be arrested. The cat park was less exciting than I thought it would be. It was only a small patch of stinky carpet with a couple of shredded futons. There were no cats there, only humans calling out their cats' names. They had all brought their cats to the cat park thinking they would run around and play with the other cats, maybe fetch frisbees and tennis balls. But it turns out cats get scared in new environments and tend to either hide or run away when stressed. These distraught cat owners also had not seen Koshek, but at least they sympathized with my plight. They suggested going to the animal shelter. I mean, I'd been to the Night Vale Animal Shelter
Yeah,
several times looking for Koshek.
It's
but
a really weird series.
it couldn't hurt. It could, someone replied, if you were to cut yourself.
I definitely call it like a
on a razor
horror
like this,
comedy,
or-
equal
or
mixtures
if
of
you broke a
both.
bone, someone else said, while trying to do a cool kickflip. Yes. The cat owners all agreed in a perfect A-flat major chord. Let's have a look now at traffic. There's an overturned 18-wheeler near exit 23 on Route 800. It's not wrecked, it's just upside down, traveling at a normal speed. But a lot of onlookers in other cars are themselves flipping over and wrecking. It's unclear if this is happening because they looked at the 18-wheeler or if it would have happened anyway. But as my statistics professor back in college used to say, correlation is just a fancy way of saying causation. So I think we know what's going on here. If you're driving on Route 800 right now, close those eyes. So I went to the animal shelter again. It's a nicer place than you think it's going to be, and they managed to move the animals onto adopting households pretty quickly. The supervisor of the shelter, Harmony Lincoln, is
Take it.
very proud of this fact. I agreed that this was impressive and asked them how the shelter was able to keep pets from staying for long. Harmony said about once a week, city council comes into the shelter, filling their many long, bony arms with lost dogs and cats and groaning, "Hungry." And Harmony will have to tell them every time that, yes, your new little fur babies will get very hungry. You should feed them about a quarter to a half cup of dry food each day, and don't forget their dental treats. The city council will then roar and rush out of the shelter, clutching all those tiny squealing beasts to their single heaving body. Wow, I said. Sounds like you're doing great work, Harmony. They added that the shelter just began some new initiatives to help their animals get jobs. We dress them up in little suits, they said, and give them helpful interview tips like, be a good boy, and be the bestest bestest boy. I asked Harmony once again if they had seen Koshek, but they still hadn't. I sighed and started to leave, but Harmony stopped me and handed me a business card. On the card was printed, Tanya Mortensen, animal psychic. Now, I had no idea that was a job, but at this point, I'll try anything to find Koshek. And now, a community update. There's a new fountain in Grove Park, designed by acclaimed conceptual artist George Dunham. In the center of Dunham's convoluted post-structuralist fountain is a bear wearing a tuxedo jacket, but no shirt or pants.
I just realized I could use a
Dunham
fill tool on some of those.
controversially believes bears like attending black tie galas, but they do so pantless. When irate zoologists explained to him that this was factually incorrect, he said, "It is my truth." He then reminded us that the Federal Reserve took the English language off of the gold standard in January 2017, and all words now are simply fiat tokens attached to no tangible meaning. Words are only worth whatever we believe they are worth. The zoologists then nodded at Dunham and his celebrated water-puking bear in the middle of our beloved public park, and together they all celebrated truth, being freed from government regulation. Now, about this animal psychic. I met Tanya at her home in West Nightvale, and she was kind and welcoming. I brought all of the items she told me to bring. Snips of Koshek's hair, strips of his molted skin, a photo of Koshek, a Koshek's favorite toy, which is a bumper from a 2007 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and some catnip, of course. Tanya took my hands in hers, and we began to call out to Koshek. But nothing happened. I wasn't disappointed because I didn't really expect anything to happen, but then Tanya said she could hear something. She asked me if Koshek is French, and if he's into fine art. I said, he's a cat, how should I know? And she asked me if he likes to steal things. I said, well, he was always at a fixed spot 4 feet off the ground, so maybe he likes stealing things, but he wasn't ever able to? Tanya said Koshek is quite special. He's more than he seems to be. She said he's not just a cat, but a man, with an exciting past full of heists and secrets. And I could tell that she was trying to make me feel better. I'm sure she tells all heartbroken owners the same thing about their pets.
For some context, Koshek the cat, who used to be floating 4 feet off the ground in the men's bathroom, actually was a French spy.
A 4-month-old child. Being a pet psychic is usually tedious because every pet's brain
He
is
was
just
cursed
filled
by
with
a witch to
random
be a cat.
gaggles and grunts. But Koshek, Tanya continued, his spirit is far more compelling. I cannot perceive where he is, but I see sunflowers. I see water lilies. I see bowls of fruit. I see lonely people in a diner. I see melted timepieces. Does any of this make sense to you? No, I said. I just don't believe in this kind of thing. I need specifics, not vague imagery. Tanya asked
Cecil's
if there were
kind of
any
dense.
other cats in my household. I told
Also,
her
he
about
just
the other
Night
3
Vale's
cats
just
that
like
are in
this.
the radio station bathroom. She got excited and said, "Take me with you. I will ask them." And so we came together to the radio station. I'll tell
Yeah, Cecil's
you
kind of
about
dense.
that in a minute. But now it's time for the Children's Fun Fact Science Corner. Did you know there exists a planet of awesome size, lit by no sun? An invisible titan, all thick black forests and jagged mountains and deep, turbulent oceans. Scientists have never published information about this planet because they do not believe it is there. They do not disbelieve it is there either. They simply do not believe, because they do not have proof of it. The scientist I interviewed this morning while getting our child bathed and dressed said, "We do not learn through faith, but through skepticism. We rely on faith for the things we do not wish to be skeptical about. If we are to affirm the existence of this planet of awesome size, then we must begin with skepticism." Also, did you remember to pick up paper towels yesterday? This scientist, who wished to remain anonymous, concluded. I said, "Of course I did," as I kissed the unnamed source on his cheek. I then countered that it sounds like some scientists, no matter how thorough their research, do not listen to their husbands' radio shows, as this planet of awesome size has been mentioned several times. "Yeah, I'm sorry, hon," this particular informant told me. "I can't catch every show." "Nah, it's okay," I said. "I still love you, my anonymous source." So, here are the facts we know for certain about the planet of awesome size lit by no sun. 1. We have never seen it. 2. We know it is there. 3. We will see it one day, but hopefully not soon. This has been the Children's Fun Fact Science Corner. So I took Tanya to the washroom here at the radio station where Koshek used to live. Where he used to reside. He still lives. I know it. I know it. I don't know it, but as my old philosophy professor used to say, everything you believe is true and correct. Anyway, I showed her the 3 other cats. Mixtape, who I named. He's my favorite. Larry Leroy, who Larry Leroy named. And Potato, who looks and acts like a potato. Tanya tried her darndest to talk to them, but still got nothing about Koshek's whereabouts. All Tanya was really able to tell me was that these aren't the cats' real names. Tanya said Potato's real name is Anissa, and that Larry Leroy's real name is Jeremiah, and Mixtape's real name is Raphael, though he likes Mixtape better than his birth name. I rolled my eyes and said, "Tanya, I really appreciate all that you're doing, but this..." She interjected with the word Silas. I didn't understand. "Koshek's real name is Silas," she said, "and he's living with a witch. She's with him in a room in a hotel many miles from here." "Tanya," I sighed. I was so tired of this. I said, "Tanya, thank you, but I think Koshek is simply missing. That's all. My show is starting. I can't be late." So I paid her, and she left. And here I am, doing my show, feeling sad about my missing cat. I might never get closure, and I have to accept that. Wait, I hear something. It's a meow. It's several meows. Coming from the restroom. Koshek. Okay, listeners, I gotta go. But, here's some weather. Koshek? Koshek!
Another day watching the clock preach to the flock, stockpile guns and TV dinners. And I thought I'd call you up. It's been a bit, I almost got my wish. It really wasn't quite like this. I should have been specific. Next time I'll be specific. Say, I wanna know when you can bring it home to me. I'm begging you,
Yeah, this always happens when he mentions the weather, a song starts playing. This is episode number 207 out of 281. I haven't caught up in a little while. So this is several arcs past the beginning. I don't really think you need to know anything about the series to enjoy just randomly jumping into it. Yeah, it's a lot of dark humor, really weird stuff. Yeah, it's a good time. It's pretty easy to tell what's going on. Radio host, weird town, strange stuff happening that's kind of inexplicable and sometimes never explained. The radio host spends a lot of time talking about his personal life. And occasionally about the news.
Well, sadly, it was not Koshek. It was the other cats making a racket because the human, Larry Leroy, came to see his cat, Larry Leroy. He comes by every day to feed his little lair bear. There, lair bear, he always says as he cuddles his floating pet cat. Should have let myself get excited. I knew Larry would be by today. I always know that, but I can't help dreaming that Koshek is still out there, somewhere. Anyway, I talked to Larry a bit, told him about Tanya and the cat park and all the futile work I've put in trying to find Koshek. Sure am sorry, old friend, Larry said, but you know, cats truly are something else. Yeah, I said, I guess so. I don't always know how to respond to vague conversational cliches like that. I know he's just trying to be friendly and understanding, but it doesn't feel that helpful. Guess so, Larry bristled. There's no guessing to it. Cats are something else. There's literally no such thing as a cat. What we know as cat is some other person or animal that got placed into a new body of a non-existent creature. But if we can see cats, lots of cats, everywhere, I argued, then how are they not real? Little Larry Leroy in there, he said, used to be an MC, but he lost the wrong rap battle. You know how it goes in hip-hop, Larry said, as if I know at all how it goes in hip-hop. He continued, some cats are cursed humans. Some are humans who made a weird wish. Some are dogs who are not good boys at all. Some are mice in a clever disguise. Basically, Cecil, you shouldn't trust cats. You should love them, but never ever believe what you see. I asked what Koshek was, if not a cat. Larry shrugged and said, I hope you get the chance to find out, old friend. I really do. Then he said, say, I never thanked you and Carlos for coming out to that art show with me last year. That was a lot of fun. If you're interested, there's a new exhibit just opened at the
Ed,
Big
what are you doing?
City Museum of Art.
Oh, okay.
Larry
thank
said
you.
there were some classic
Oh, sweet.
masterpieces in this collection.
Yeah.
I told Larry, Carlos and I were actually planning a trip to the big city soon, and we'd love to check
Oh.
it out. Can't wait to hear about it, Larry said.
It's pretty
And then he
cute.
added in a low voice while
Like how this part
drying his
turns
eyes
around.
out, if I were
Mhm.
an art
This, okay, that's its
you
hand.
might want to steal me some of these beauties. Well, I've never stolen anything in my
Oh,
life,
okay.
I assured Larry.
Weird.
I don't plan to start now. But you know, as my physics professor
Say these
loved to
are,
say, past
definitely a
performance
little
is
bit
not
better
an
than a lot of
indicator
the...
of
Whoa!
future results. We both
Oh!
laughed the empty laugh of small talk.
Okay,
and
this
then we
one's a
went
lot
our
better
separate
than some of
ways.
the other,
I still
Yo!
miss her. I always
Yo,
will.
Halloween bucket.
It's time
Okay,
to
and
begin
that
the process of
goes that way.
acceptance.
Ah.
Accepting that he's not
Okay,
coming
that's
back.
pretty cute.
I'll go mad thinking about
This is the best one. That's the best.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, I
Having
like
someone hear my
the
story
creature.
really
I like
does
the little
make
food
me
box creature. That's super cute.
Stay tuned next for more music than you can
Excellent.
shake
Yeah,
a
I think
stick at.
they're
Our
pretty
new
good. They're a lot
show
better
that
than a lot of other
encourages
stuff I've seen
listeners to
recently.
hopelessly
Not as amazing
shake
as the
sticks
old
at
stuff,
songs.
but like,
Good night. Nightveil?
yeah, I had like a little 90s
This episode is
Transformers
sponsored by
McDonald's toy
BetterHelp.
that I played
There
with
is
until
no
it started
user's
falling
manual
apart
for
because I kept
dealing with
transforming it and
trauma.
reforming it.
There are self-help books and all that, but those are to deal with these universal problems. None of these books knows you.
Oh, friend Ellie was showing me some
That's why I
fast
found
food
talk
toys that were really
therapy
cute.
vital to my own growth and healing, because there's somebody
I
there to
love
talk
that they
to help
established
me
that all
see
cats,
myself, to understand
all
myself better.
cats were
I hope
turned
you can
into
find this
cats from
too.
being something
As the
else, and no
world's
cat
largest
is actually
therapy
just a
service,
cat.
BetterHelp has matched
It
3
explains
million
the
people
behavior
with
of cats.
professionally licensed and vetted therapists available 100% online. Plus, it's affordable. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with a therapist. If things aren't clicking, you can easily switch to a new therapist anytime. It could not be simpler. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10%
Touch up some
off
of the
your
colors
first
on
month
you.
at betterhelp.com/nightvale. That's better, H-E-L-P-H-E.
Did you know that we make other podcasts besides Night Vale? Sure we do.
Yeah, I know.
Recognizable fees. There's no luring you in with free trials you'll forget to cancel and be charged full price for. None of that.
Big city. Okay. It's been about 2 hours. So, oh. That stopped working at some point. Okay. It's been about 2 hours, so I'm gonna stop working so I can turn the brightness, so I can turn the brightness down on my laptop so it doesn't give me a headache. Work on this later. Sign off for now. One last little hydration check. Save progress check. No problem. Should be back tomorrow doing either this again, or if I was cleaning up my desk today, which is why I wasn't working on my next leather project, but if I can get more of that cleaned up, I'll be working on that. Otherwise, I'll just be doing this again, continuing to color. Okay. Anyone hanging out? Did do all the I don't use my own Streamlabs commands enough. Do all that, and get the good sleepy times. And good night.